Hi, I'm Rachel Stroud with Buffalo and Sparrow Yoga Collective. Welcome to another stretch sesh. This will hopefully be mostly a whole body stretch class. So get in some comfortable clothing if you're not already. Grab your yoga mat or soft carpet and we will get started. So we're going to begin in a butterfly shape. Soles of your feet come together. Your knees will open out wide and you'll rock from side to side. Just noticing the weight of your sit bones into the ground. And then we'll begin to steady into stillness here as we sit tall through your spine. Let your hands come maybe to your kneecaps and roll your shoulders back and down. And here we'll take a few breaths. So you'll want to stay firm in your core so you don't dump into your low back. So firm in your core, lift up through your spine, and then begin to breathe. Start with having an awareness on your breath. So are you breathing more in your belly and your heart, or even in your ribs, and try to bring depth of breath. Maybe it's into all those three places or just your belly. If it's in all three places, that's what we call dirga breathing. And I can cue you through it. We'll exhale out together. Inhale 1/3 to your belly, another third to your ribs as they expand, and the top third to your heart as you lift your heart. And then as you exhale, you lower your heart 1/3, pull in your ribs 1/3, and empty out into your belly 1/3. So we can do that or just belly breath for the next about 4 more rounds of breath. And as you do that, chin to chest. Keep your shoulders pressing down and back. Now roll one ear to one shoulder. Maybe you draw your head back just a bit, getting into the side of your neck. We'll go chin to chest, other side. Chin to chest, raise your gaze and look over your left shoulder. Either stay here or dip your left ear back behind. So now we're getting along the side of your neck, front side of your right side of your neck. Come back up and look all the way over your opposite shoulder, either staying there or dip your right ear back behind you. Come all the way back through center and gently fold forward any amount, if at all. Just move carefully and decide what feels best in your body for you at this point in the day. Take several rounds of deep breath. And as we're moving through these stretches, I hope you know you get to do what you want to do in each pose, meaning you can change your breath pattern, you can move forward or away from the sensation, you can shift the pose altogether into something else. You are the boss of your brain and your body. You are in control. You're the only one living inside your body, so you know what's best. So I do hope you take care and listen in. Good. And then in these next couple rounds of breath, see if you've created more space in your body to fold just a little more. If not, that's also fine. And notice where you feel the shape. Do you feel this in your inner thighs, your outer glutes? Maybe you feel it in your spine, back behind you. Good. And then we'll slowly start to walk your hands up and elongate your legs into staff pose. So your feet are about hips distance apart. You're flexing through your feet. Reach your arms all the way up overhead. Notice the length you've created in your side body. And before we go anywhere, we're going to cactus out your arms and lift your chin. And if you want a little more, squeeze your shoulder blades together and start to pump your heart forward. Keep all of that and now lengthen your arms as you reach your fingertips back behind just a bit. So this is going to get into your shoulders and wherever else you might feel this. Good. Now lengthen out your spine. So we're taking the back bend out. Take your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Hug your elbows in towards the sides of your face. And now start to lift your elbow tips up. So you'll start to feel this length happening all the way up to your elbow tip. Then either stay there or keep that length and lean back. So your thumb and your wrist kind of become a pillow for your head. And you'll notice to keep this, you have to keep a firm core and your legs are engaging more. You're pressing your leg bones into the ground. Big breath in. Exhale, reach your arms all the way up. So we encourage lengthened spine and to come up out of your low back if you wanted to dump there. Now reach forward and down as you fold into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. I love dropping my head down a lot in this pose. It can help like just encourage that whole backside body to round and find some spaciousness. Roll your shoulders towards your heart. And then pull your chin even closer towards your chest as you start to make little movements in your head. So it could look like rolling ear to shoulder, saying yes or no, or making circles. And while you're here, same thing as before, if you notice more space is being created, the longer you're here, the more you breathe, then see if you can challenge a little more into the pose by reaching forward, folding further, maybe moving from side to side. And sometimes depth in a pose can be accomplished simply with either awareness or with breath. It doesn't actually have to translate in the shape of the body or the sensations in your muscles. Sometimes depth of pose can be accomplished mentally and with your breath. Good, and then we'll slowly walk your hands all the way up so you can sit up nice and tall. Take your right knee, hug it in towards your chest. And we'll use this hug to help sit up a little bit taller. Lift your toes off of the mat, as in the right toes off of your mat, and take a hold of the outer edge of your right foot. Start to elevate your heel away from the ground. So we got about 90 degrees in this bend in your knee. Your left hand can either go high or it can come to the inside of your leg. Decide what works best for you. Then you can either stay here. This is where you listen in, right? You're the one in your body, so you decide how you move forward. Or maybe you start to kick length into that leg. And it doesn't mean the leg has to go straight. It's just a little bit of a bend, opposite of a bend, a little bit of a lengthen as you come in and out of your bend. And then we're going to encourage this awareness in many of our stretches where we just notice the more we're here, the longer we're here, have we created more space in our body to express the pose differently. And then when you find a place where you feel like it might be a good place to hold, stay there. And breathe. Maybe you start to pull your shoulders back a little more, bringing those into alignment, sit taller in your spine. Bend back into your knee, and this time we're going to draw your knee back, kind of like a bow and arrow. So it's coming to the outside of your ribs. Either stay here, or then with your left hand, push your heel up. Yeah. Deciding if you'd like to move forward, we're going to cradle the baby. So this foot comes into your left elbow pit, and then your knee can come into your right elbow pit. Sit tall and rock from side to side. So another way to do this is just to hold your shin and your heel, or to bring both arms under and place your palms together. So many ways to express the pose. You decide what feels best. This oscillation back and forth from left to right is going to help move some space into your outer hips. You might start to feel it in IT and piriformis and deep within your glutes there. Just notice. And then maybe you start to make some circles. So what's great about this is we're also engaging your core. In a stretch class, yes, we can do core work. In fact, we should. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to plant this foot now to the outside of your left thigh. Unless that feels too pretzel-y, you can place it to the inside of your thigh. Right arm's going to sweep all the way up and back, and we'll take this left arm to a hug, or maybe the elbow drives to the outside of your knee, but you'll lift taller in your spine. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, look over your back shoulder. I think, like, why not bring neck stuff in while you're doing this? Neck stretches can feel really nice and twist. So while you're here, start to say yes in your head. And then roll your chin towards your chest. Look over your left shoulder now. And maybe say yes again. And look all the way over to your right shoulder. Good. Begin to slowly unwind. Place the sole of your foot to the inside of your left leg. Flex through your left foot. Rock from side to side on your sit bones. Reach tall. Janu Sirsasana. So there's two ways we can do this. There's several ways we can do this. Reach forward. So we're just kind of cascading over your left leg. Or you might come to the outside of your leg and either take a hold of or make connection to the outside seam of your leg, or some of you will reach to the outside edge of your foot. So there'll be some bus stops here, and you can decide which one you want to get off on. It could be right here. Otherwise, start to anchor your left hip back just a little more. You almost can guide that whole leg bone back with your right hand. Then reach your left hand back behind you. So seemingly that looks like a simple movement, but I'd encourage you to bring your hand back and place it on the ground and find that how much that hand was supporting you. And then notice the difference as you bring your arm back. So now the stretch and the strength goes more into your leg and your glute. But you also might notice some stuff happening in your ribs and your side body. Good. Then the left arm is going to sweep all the way up and over to the inside of your foot. And again, if folding to that depth isn't serving your body right now, you can do the same on your shin. So wherever you are, bend into your elbows and guide yourself towards your knee. Energetically hug your left hip back again. Flex through your left foot. And notice if anything else is tensing up. We're stretching here, so we are searching for length, we're searching for release and hopefully relief. So don't let other things steal away from that sensation. So sometimes when we feel intense sensation in a pose like this, we'll clench our jaw or furrow our brow or whatever it might be. So bring awareness to places that you habitually tense and just soften into those places with your breath and with your awareness. We'll come all the way back up. Both legs go out in front of you. Windshield wiper from side to side. Maybe you pat out your legs. Good. And now we'll hug your left knee in towards your chest. Use this engagement of hugging in to lift taller in your spine. And again, we don't want this like slouching into your low back. We really want to keep the integrity of your core and lift all the way up through the crown of your head. Peel your left toes off of the mat. Take your left hand to the outer edge of your foot. Right hand can either go up or to the inside edge of your foot. Then when you're ready, lift your heel off of the mat until you've got about a 90-degree bend in your leg. We'll press thigh into heart or into chest, chest into thigh. I realize I just scratched my nose after my hands have been all over my feet. I'm that person where it's like I don't like to touch my face if I've touched my feet. But I did that, so I'm hoping my feet are clean, but I'm pretty sure they're not because I've been walking around barefoot all day. We will lengthen into your left leg, any amount if at all, and just take these pulsations to start warming up your muscles. And I'd encourage you to be aware of where you feel this and how much. This awareness, these cues to anchor into your awareness, is just so that you befriend your body, you get to know it, so that when you're moving about your world off of the mat, you can move so intentionally and on purpose to take care of yourself. Your body is always signaling things to you, and we oftentimes don't get those signals because we're too busy. When you find a place where the sensation feels just right, stay there, lift taller through your heart, and then anchor your shoulders back. Feel that for a moment. Good. Then we'll bend back into your knee. Pull it to the outside of your ribs, like you're pulling back an arrow on a bow. I think I said that right. And guide this into your version of the cradle, right? Hands can go under your shin. You can support shin and heel, or foot and knee into elbow pits. We'll rock from side to side here. Notice what you feel in your hip on this side or wherever else you might feel it. And then gently release. I might have done this out of order, but while you're holding it here, begin to lift your heel even higher, right? Choosing the bus stop that's best for you. Press your heart forward, get taller in your spine. Good, and then we'll take this foot, place it to the inside seam of your right leg, rock from side to side. Reach your arms all the way up, find length in your spine, big breath in, and as you exhale, reach forward for length as you come down. So again, you can come straight forward, framing your foot with your hands, or you can take now your left hand to the outside of something, shin, foot, whatever feels best. Then start to pull your right hip back. You can guide your whole leg bone back using your left palm. Adding on, right hand reaches all the way back behind you. We might take that bit of awareness, bringing your hand back, pressing through your fingertips, noting how your fingertips supported you, and then we'll take it back again. Sweep your right arm all the way up towards the inside edge of your foot, or perhaps your shin. Bend your elbows away from one another as you fold gently forward. Come all the way up as you're ready. Bring your knee back up and either keep it to the inside or plant it to the outside of your thigh. We'll hug this in. Same kind of biomechanics. Press your thigh in towards your chest and your chest towards your thigh. Sit tall. Right hand hugs. Left arm comes all the way up and back. If you wanted a little bit more, you can drive the elbow to the outside of your leg as you look over your back shoulder. Breathe in to lift taller through your spine. Breathe out to turn further to the left. Say yes in your head here, tilting your chin down towards your shoulder and up and away. Up, up, and away. That's what my mind wanted to say. Chin to chest all over, chin to chest all over, all the way over to your right shoulder. And maybe you say yes on this side too. And chin to chest all the way to the back. Now we'll slowly unwind, take your hands back behind you, pat out your legs. Maybe windshield wiper from side to side, lifting your hips as you do so we get some rotation in your lumbar spine. That felt nice. Good. Then when you're ready, we're going to come all the way to your back for happy baby. So we can get a less intense, I don't know if you heard my back crack, but it just did. Stretch. If you want to take butterfly shape here rather than happy baby, that's what this would look like. Otherwise, your knees come to the outside of your ribs, and you could stay here, just guiding your knees closer towards the ground, or lift your feet so they track over-ish your knees and take a hold of something, maybe the outside edges of your feet. You can stay still here. You can rock from side to side. You can even bend into one knee and then lengthen. in any case, try to anchor your tailbone down and firm your low back as you firm into your core. So that means like try to press your low back into the ground as your tailbone also firms into the ground. And that's going to engage your core and also encourage length in your spine, but hopefully also some alignment here is happening because we have done a lot of side body stuff and twists and all that stuff that is prepping your spine to just kind of click into alignment. Good. And then from here, legs up the wall. So you're just making an L shape with your body. Flex through both feet. Try to get your feet about hips distance apart. And you don't have to have straight legs, like ever. But the alignment, if you choose to take it for more stability, is knees right over your hips. So we can use the weight of these like really big thigh bones to anchor into our pelvis, and that's going to help the alignment in our hips. But we're also getting such good stuff here because our blood is flowing the opposite way. We're giving our feet some relief, and we're giving our internal organs some nice nourishment. Then start to roll your shoulders under. So we have a little bit of an opening here in your heart. And you might take your palms up to your side. You choose, but all the while we're keeping that core nice and firm. Go ahead and circle out your ankles because I love it when we can combine more than one thing into poses. I love efficiency. I love getting bang for your buck. So let's just do that. Point flex, spread your toes, spread your fingers, circle out your wrists. Good. Those of you who want more engagement, you can slowly lower your feet all the way to the earth, getting lots of core. Otherwise, take a hold of your knee pits and then guide your feet all the way down to the ground. Extend both legs long, reach your arms all the way up overhead, breathe in and out. Good, and just take a few moments here. This was a short stretch class. We're just going to take about 60 seconds to let all of this settle in. So be still, breathe deep, and imagine alignment through your whole body. Imagine all the places that were sticky and stiff. They're now free-flowing, smooth, fluid, long, free from tension. On your next exhale, empty out completely. Breathe in for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out your mouth. Give yourself a hug, a squeeze as you gather your knees in close. Roll yourself over to one side, fetal position, and then press yourself up to a seat. You can go a lot slower than I just did. There's no rush. Find your easy seat. Gather your palms together at your heart space. Gently bow your chin towards your chest. I touched my nose again. I did that. As you just acknowledge the shifts that have happened in your body and take a moment to appreciate all that has happened in your body over the last 20 minutes, but all the calm too in your mind. Yoga is, it's yuj in Sanskrit, which it translates to union. So it's a union of mind, body, and soul. So all things have been evolved over the last 20 minutes. If you enjoyed this practice, please give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel so you know when things are coming out. We come out with multiple times a week things. We have teacher highlights once a month, so you don't have to just practice with boring old me. You get some variety. And then comments, likes, and subscribes really help our YouTube channel get exposure to everyone else. And so we would really appreciate it if you did that so more people have access to trauma-informed practices here on our channel. We also have a yoga studio in person in Lakewood, Colorado, and we would love for you to come visit us in person. Our yoga studio also has lots of online classes with a variety of wonderful trauma-informed teachers. So thank you for coming. Have a good day.